Nonstop Local is partnering with Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce and Greater Spokane Incorporated to bring you Candidate Conversations.
Time now for another candidate conversation. Joining me now is Stephen McCray, running for state legislator in District 6. Thank you so much for being with us today. All candidates get the same question. You get a minute to respond. We'll start with, we're talking issues that affect businesses and the community as a whole here in Eastern Washington. We'll start with inflation and regulation, small business taxes. Do you think that government should be doing more or less to help small businesses?
Government should be doing everything they can to help small businesses, especially in the first year when they are trying to get on their feet. We should be looking at giving tax breaks to businesses when they're in that first initial year so that they have a chance to establish themselves and be able to get rolling. We also need to be looking at regulations that will protect small businesses, especially, like I said, during that first year.
Talking homelessness and mental health and substance abuse as it relates to small businesses, in proximity to small businesses, along with theft and just crime as a whole, how do you help create a safe environment for small businesses in Eastern Washington?
We need to be looking at accountability and compassion when we're dealing with homeless populations. We need to be looking at what works for the individuals that are in homelessness, and we also need to be holding them accountable when they are committing crimes and acts that harm small businesses. We need to be looking at areas that are dramatically impacted by homeless situations and look at ways to work with those small businesses in order to reduce those issues.
Housing costs here in Washington. Washington has one of the highest median rent costs in the country. How do you help make housing more affordable for those here in Washington?
Well, one, we need to increase our supply, and we also need to look at rent control in the state of Washington. We need to provide protections for individuals that are in housing so that they're not facing ever increasing costs. We also need to look at how we calculate what is actually considered to be affordable housing. There are many individuals that are on fixed incomes, and when we calculate what the median income is in the state, we aren't looking at individuals that are on Social Security or are working part-time jobs. And so we need to change the way that we look at the calculation for those numbers and include everybody in the state in those numbers. And so, but first I would look at increasing our housing supply.
All right, Stephen McCray, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.